What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about Kingdom Hearts 4 and Star Wars, and more specifically why Star Wars would be the perfect world. We're gonna go over the pros, the possible cons, and at the end I'll make my overall conclusion. Quick note, there will be heavy Star Wars spoilers, so you have been warned. First off, let's start with the pros. Now when it comes to worlds in the Kingdom Hearts series, there's been a lot of enjoyable ones. We've had the deep jungle in KH1, the grid in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and most recently Toy Box in Kingdom Hearts 3. Don't worry Woody, I didn't forget. Now one of the reasons why these worlds were enjoyable is because of the characters that were already established in the prior films, and when it comes to Star Wars, there's no exception. The amount you could cover from a Star Wars world would be incredible. You could have Sora and Qui-Gon Jinn team up to take out some droids. You could have Sora participate in the Boon to Eva race alongside Anakin. And you could even have Sora take on Jar Jar Binks, Darth Vader. What a cool sight that would be. And even the idea of Star Wars, the Force, the Jedi Masters, the Sith Lords, the idea of the dark side. It just feels so similar to the idea of Kingdom Hearts. The Keyblade wielders, the organization, the battle between light and darkness. If anything, I'm surprised there wasn't a Star Wars world before. And because the ideas of both realms are so similar, you could have a lot of interesting moments with their characters. Like Sora looking at the Millennium Falcon and thinking he could handle it because of his experience with the gummy ship, only to then realise that they're both very different. Or let's just say the Master of Masters shows up. Just imagine him and Darth Vader having a conversation, with the MOM aggravating and stepping on Vader's toes, with the former Anakin then lashing out in retaliation. And that's another thing, seeing Sora and Darth Vader interact with one another, with Sora telling him that he knows he has a heart and trying his very best to get through to him, with Vader then reminding Sora of his current situation and that he's alone while Vader has the power of the dark side. But Sora could then rebuttal and say that he's not alone with the power of friendship, before an epic clash awaits. And if you don't want to go down that route of the films, you've got the series you could shine a light on, like The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. That way, you could get potential newcomers to the Star Wars universe, and it would be something different instead of what people would normally expect. And you could go one step further by showcasing a part of Star Wars that we haven't really seen before, like the Knights of the Old Republic and that franchise. Or you could shine a light on the cartoon series, The Clone Wars, although the art style might not work well for the current realm that Sora's in. So what about an original story featuring Starkiller? It could showcase new eyes on the Force Unleashed series, and you could do a dream scenario in which Luke Skywalker and Starkiller meet. Come on, that would be cool. Sora could be the peacekeeper between them. Now that would be funny. Now another pro is with there being a Star Wars world, it could create cool moments, like that Woody meme from Kingdom Hearts 3. I still see that meme even today, and it happened 5 years ago. So who's to say we couldn't get something similar with Sora and say C-3PO, or even Master Yoda? You never know. And when it comes to having a successful world in Kingdom Hearts 4, it could make fans want to check out the official Star Wars games like Battlefront 2, Star Wars Squadron, and Jedi Fallen Order. It could create a really cool ripple effect. Plus, you can't tell me it wouldn't be fun to see Sora wield a lightsaber. Okay, so when it comes to the cons, the only thing I can think of is that depending on what order they go in, it could upset some of the Star Wars fanbase. Like say they go for the prequels with Anakin and Obi-Wan. That could upset fans who wanted to see the originals with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader? And then what about the sequel trilogy with Kylo Ren and Rey? And that's not even mentioning the vast amount of Star Wars series from The Bad Batch, Andor, and the Book of Boba Fett. It could end up being very diverse depending on what they choose. Now, I guess the only way they could serve everyone is if they give us mini stories in each version of the Star Wars universe, or they give us an original story that somehow involves everyone. And don't forget, they have explored the multiverse with Ahsoka and Anakin, so again, anything is possible. And speaking of anything is possible, maybe that's how they could include Donald and Goofy, by bringing in a different version of them that doesn't know Sora. Like how in Dream Drop Distance, Donald, Goofy and King Mickey were the three musketeers in that world. And so who's to say we couldn't see it in Star Wars, with the Force on Sora's side? Okay, so the big question, will it happen? Honestly, it would make a lot of sense, as Disney has been at the forefront of Star Wars since 2015, and since the Disney worlds have always been connected, I can't think of a better time. Now the only thing that could be considered a tease is in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, where many fans have speculated the round foot of an AT-ST Walker, but that seems to be about it. But should it happen? Absolutely! Kingdom Hearts 4 is arguably the most ambitious franchise in history, with many players thinking that the game was gonna end in Kingdom Hearts 3. And we're now in the busy world of Quadradum, which is definitely a lot different to the relaxing world of Destiny Island. So why not go all out and have Star Wars in KH4? I mean, we definitely need a big world, whether that's Star Wars or the MCU with Sora taking on Thanos. Although I don't know how well it would turn out for Sora. So yeah guys, that'll be it for today, but I want to know, do you want to see Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts 4? Or do you want to see a completely different world? Let me know in the comments below, subscribe, and remember, may your heart
be with you.